I know we have an hour here, so we're going to be brief and we're going to get right to the point to everything. But I want to know what we have in the room, who we have in the room, and then we'll proceed. Okay, so I'm asking everyone, because there's a lot of you that have come in where you haven't put down what you do. It's good to know so I can tailor the presentation to your industry. Okay, and hopefully everyone can hear me and see me okay. I'm coming in all the way by way of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a Ghanaian American. Very excited and honored to work with Innovare. And I want to know more about each of you. So once again, when you come into the chat, please put down your name, what line of business you are in, what you are looking to learn about digital marketing. Okay. All right. So we got Jacob. He's an entrepreneur looking forward to increase my sales. Okay. That's awesome. Sales is key. We got Mike, Brian Benjamin. Welcome, Brian. Can you also put down what line of business you're in and what you're looking to learn about digital marketing? So I'm asking everyone to put in what line of business you're in and what you are looking to learn about digital marketing. Okay, so Michael Frimpong is NOC submarine engineer, looking forward to apply this knowledge in my upcoming startup business. Okay, awesome. Henry, I'm into consultancy and I hope to learn more about digital marketing in these COVID times. Great. So definitely the best time to learn about digital marketing and its importance. Collins is looking to learn to reach the market niche of luxurious watch enthusiasts through social media. Excellent. Okay, Kwaku, work with a fintech company, how to easily access target market. Beautiful, beautiful. So, all right. So I'm going to just go ahead, since it's 12:06, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Thank you for those that have shared. Okay, Erica is a marketer within fintech looking to reach more targets to increase sales. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you're welcome to How to Market with Digital Marketing. I'm going to be your host for today. I'm going to also spotlight Joy. She works in the IT department of Star Assurance, into consultancy as well, digital marketing enthusiast. Beautiful. So I am David. I am David D. Simons. I'm here. I'm going to tell a little bit about myself, and then we're going to jump right in. We have a lot to go over in a short amount of time. Okay. So as you see the prompt there, for those that are coming in, please pay attention to the latest prompt, asking your name, what line of business you're in, and what are you looking to learn about digital marketing. I'm honored to do this presentation with our partners at Innovare. So just a shout out to them, to Albert, Jake, Stella, CK, the entire team. We're honored to work with them. And also shout out to Irabna, who's on the Ghana lead team for Kingdom Social Media. So we want to present this to you today because we know there are tough times, and it's all about how you handle it. So I'm going to share a few things, and we're going to jump in, okay? So just to give you a little bit of background, because a lot of you probably don't know who I am. I am a social media enthusiast. I enjoy it. It's fun to me. It's not work. I have 12 years of experience in this space. I'm a contributor for sociable.com, socialmediatoday.com, and huffingtonpost.com. I've strategized for business owners, churches, nonprofits, and Fortune 500 companies here throughout my time in this space. I started off with a company called Kingdom Business Solutions to help businesses in digital, in the space, to help them improve their SEO. That's where my start came from in the whole marketing space. I am a former global digital media manager for a company called TerraCycle. And I started Kingdom Social Media to train businesses and help leaders and organizations. I'm also a best-selling author of a book called Faith into Abundance. Okay. So just a little bit, again, this is for building trust. So, those of you who've never heard of me or not familiar, I was voted top Future of Ghana, top 30 under 30 by way of US. And like I said, I've written for Social Media Today, Hootsuite, Yahoo, Entrepreneur, Dell, Again, been featured in many different places, just highlighting a few of them. Worked, featured in a magazine here in Philadelphia area called Fun Times. It's a magazine that celebrates Africa and the diaspora. It was voted 30 under 30 to watch. No longer under the 30 club, so no longer a part of that. I briefly just run through some of the clients we've worked with. Worked with Del Toro, McNeil, top speaker in the world, top 40 speaker to be exact. Dana Falk, a celebrity chef. Wendy White Bailey, a coach out of Atlanta. Dorinda Walker, a VP at Prudential Insurance. John Simons, former NBA player. Mark Blunt, former NBA player. Daniel Alley, the millionaire mentor. Scott Batinga, serial investor. Becky Davis, a top coach at Atlanta. And Otis Amy, a former player for the NFL, San Francisco 49ers. So these are just some of the organizations we've helped over the years. Big corporations like Public Health Management Corporation, Trellis for Tomorrow, Community College of Philadelphia, Global Women Next, the U.S. Ghana Chamber of Commerce, Entrepreneur Works, the U.S. Department of Defense, and many others. So my story starts out like this. I grew up in a very strict household. All of you, I'm assuming most of you are Ghanaian or African, so you can relate. My mom and dad pushed me and said, you can follow your dream as long as it's an engineer, a lawyer, a doctor, or an accountant. So I'm curious if anybody had that same household growing up. Type yes in the chat box if that was your household, if that was you growing up, if you had parents that pushed you towards becoming a one of the four. I was supposed to be the engineer, and my brother was supposed to be the doctor. We totally aborted both of those trajectories, and I got into digital marketing in college, and I said, I'm going to follow my passion. 2 years into mechanical engineering, I said, I don't have a passion for this. I don't want to do this. And it upset my mom, being that her ticket from Ghana to the US was getting education. So education, and in the highest form, she's a nurse, was her passion for me to do the same. Okay. So a lot of you can relate to that. So that is my story. And I left that path and I got into digital marketing. So I want to go over what you're going to learn. You're going to learn some trends that are happening, and this is going to be very interactive. I'm going to be asking you to put things in the chat box. I'm going to be asking you to interact with me there so we can keep the conversation going, right? Because though we are away, we're still close, believe it or not. You're going to learn some of the trends happening in the digital marketing space. You're going to learn and understand the psychological process for your potential customers and how to brand and position yourself right now. You're going to learn how to create content at each step of the buyer's journey. You're also going to learn the most important digital asset you have. You will learn a clear strategy for Facebook ads. You will learn the importance of list building and how to get started. You will learn the best practices for getting more leads through Facebook as well. So before we can start with digital, we must deal with one thing. Can anybody guess the one thing we must deal with before we talk about advertising, digital marketing, any of those things? What is that thing we need to deal with? Anybody can guess? Just type in the chat box. What is the thing we need to deal with before we can deal with digital marketing? I'm not moving on until I get some guesses. Goal setting. I like that. It's not the right answer, but it's close. Theophilus, thank you. What else? Who else? Customer service, Brian says. No? What is it? One more guess, and then I'm moving on. One more guess. What is the thing we have to deal with before security? No. Good answer. Objective? No. Okay, so here's the answer. The thing we have to deal with is mindset. I even gave you the clue when I pointed it at my temple. The mindset. A lot of digital marketers aren't going to talk to you about this first. They're going to talk to you about digital marketing. But here's the truth. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter what environment you're in. Your mindset dictates your success more than your knowledge on the specific thing. You need to have the right mindset, then apply the knowledge to what you're learning. Okay. So the first mindset, you have to think abundance, not scarcity. Yes, there are a lot of people without jobs right now. Yes, there are a lot of people being affected by COVID. Yes, there are a lot of industries being affected. But the truth is this: if you're thinking is geared towards a thought process of there's more opportunity that I can chase. Maybe it's not in the same way that it was. There's still opportunity, right? I believe that one of my favorite quotes is that by Teddy Roosevelt's wife, Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, "The obstacle to a stumbling block, right? So let's just say you got a stumbling block. A stumbling block to a pessimist is a stepping stone to the optimist." So the same thing that somebody sees that is negative, the positive person sees it as a positive, right? So it's how you view things. Innovation is born in adversity. This is the best time for entrepreneurs and for business people to create in your company. This is the time to excel, to get opportunities to become maybe that next position or grow to the next level. So innovation, some of the best companies were born in bad times, right? The first Black millionaire, her name was Madam C.J. Walker. She built a hair care company and became a millionaire, which is probably equivalent to over 100 million today, when she was in a bad depression, the bad depression of the U.S. Some of the greatest companies like Airbnb, Uber, all these things were built in bad times, right? So you have to understand that innovation is born in adversity. The best resource is resourcefulness. This is the other thing. You have to look at what you have and say, what's in my hand? What can I do with what I have right now? How can I maximize? And a lot of you are doing that right now by being on this webinar. You are saying, what resources are available around me that I can use and be resourceful? So the best resource is resourcefulness. Okay, now we got the mindsets out the way. Those are clear. You have to have those. Okay, the thing we have to look at too is the digital marketing projections. So this is a breakdown by 2021 of what marketing leaders will spend. 75% of them will spend their money by 2021, and we know this is going to even be higher than that because traditional advertising and marketing channels like your TV, radio, print are dying out, and they're going to be dying out more so. And I know in Ghana it's a little different. It's kind of more of traditional, and this is emerging. So we're going to talk about Ghana specifically. And for those of you on the webinar, you're really going to get an opportunity to peer at the opportunity. And if your company wants to go to the next level and grow to the next level, you're going to have to learn how to touch your market without touching your market. Okay. So we're going to show you some stats here that are going to show you how to do that. Okay. So here's Ghana's prime social media users. They are 18 to 34 years old. 18 to 34 years old is the prime user base here. Predominantly male and female coming right along as well. So there's an opportunity. If your business sells to this group, you have a great opportunity to reach this target market. A lot of you said you want to reach your target market. Well, this is a good audience to focus on, and then maybe next over here. But you need to understand this. Okay, this is key right now. Here are the most active social media platforms, and I'm going to tell you something that most people don't know. Do you know that you can market to WhatsApp through Facebook ads? Type in the chat box if you knew that. Did you know that you can market to people's WhatsApp through Facebook ads? Type in yes if you knew that. Type in no if you didn't. I'm doing a poll. I'm doing a survey on the fly. Did anybody know that you can market to WhatsApp through Facebook? Okay. Well, then we're in the right place. Majority, any yeses? I haven't seen it. Yes. Okay. Erica knew that. Excellent. Okay. So this is important. You have to learn this. And WhatsApp is the top platform, right? So you could imagine you can reach people. Most of the businesses that are represented here, you guys aren't using it, right? Because you didn't know it. So if you learn these things, you learn these tips and these tactics, then you can grow your business and your organizations to another level. Okay, the next right after that is Facebook. Next after that is YouTube. Next after that is Facebook Messenger. Next after that is Instagram. They're kind of like in a race right here. These two are coming pretty strong. Okay, then it's the other ones. So this is Ghana's specific social media platform active usage. Okay, these are stats for this is not too long ago. This is right here in 2019. the total population, right? And then the mobile subscriptions. Look at this. Do you see that? 29 million total population, 38 million mobile subscriptions, right? Because everybody in Ghana has two phones. Everybody has two phones. I don't. If I did a survey, everybody in here would say they have two phones. Okay. Internet users 10.32 million. So we are not even tapping in. Ghana has not tapped into its full potential, even on the internet side. Only 35% penetration. So if this is the case, can you imagine those that use digital marketing? They're going to be ahead of the game, above everybody. Okay. The active social media users are 5.8 million. That's a 19% penetration. There's an 80% opportunity for Ghana to increase, and it's going to increase. The trends are showing that. And COVID-19 is going to force people to use social media in a way they've never used it before. So mobile social media users, 5.4 million. Okay, I'm going to share a few more stats, and then we're going to get into the meat of what we came to talk about. So here's an important thing to understand. The average amount of time per day spent in Ghana on social media is 3 hours and 7 minutes. I don't think anybody had heard me. 3 hours and 7 minutes a day. A day. So if you're a client, your opportunity is there. They're spending 3 hours. I don't even need 3 hours you to see my business. You spend 2 minutes and see my business, it's worth it, right? A minute even is worth it, okay? Per day. Average number of social media accounts per internet user is 6.6. Okay, these are very interesting numbers. Okay, now I want you to look from a world view, okay? Look at this. North Africa, mobile connectivity, 102%. Western Africa, 86%. South Africa, 162%. And so on and so forth, right? So all these different, so you look at all these other regions, okay? Eastern Africa has a room for improvement. Middle Africa has room for improvement. And obviously, Western Africa has a room for improvement. So we have an opportunity to get in there. Facebook, as I said, is still the top platform of user accounts. So you can see the numbers here, okay, of the amount and accounts that are listed based on the monthly active users in millions, okay? Those are the numbers. Social media penetration by region. So this is important, very important. Social media has not been tapped into on the level it should. 12% penetration of how social media has been tapped into for West Africa. 7% for the middle of Africa, 8% for East, 40% for North, and 38% for South Africa. Okay, so we have a long way to go, right? But we have what's better, to be in the beginning, in the front, or to be in behind? I always say it's better to be in the front than behind. Don't wait to get too late, right? You want to jump onto this now. So Facebook/Instagram are the recommended platforms for us to help build businesses in Ghana. I'm telling you, you guys are in the right place at the right time. Couldn't have been a better time for you to be on today. Okay, so digital marketing has so many different aspects to it. Okay, there's content marketing, search engine optimization, social media, email marketing, paid advertising. So when I say digital marketing, I'm not just talking about social media. Social media is one part. It's not the whole thing. Digital marketing is multiple layers into this big piece of pie, okay? So it's important for us to realize, okay, this is the traditional process that people have used for marketing. Eyeballs, awareness, consideration, preference, action, loyalty, buyers. That's the traditional marketing funnel. Everybody's going through a funnel process, okay? So you have to understand your customers and your potential customers are going through a process, whether you know it or not, okay? So the buyer journey now has become a little more complex with social media, review sites, user-generated sites, and so on. So at the top, you have owned and earned media. That's your websites, that's your press, that's your social media, right? This is where people start to find out who you are, what your organization is about. Then it goes through the top of the funnel, then the middle of the funnel, then the bottom of the funnel. So what's the top of the funnel? The top of the funnel is where you see what people are interested in. You're sharing a little bit. I'm going to explain that a little bit more in detail. So top, middle, and bottom, most people aren't doing this strategically. They're just putting content out there. They don't know that there's a psychological process that people go through that you need to share content from. Okay. And we'll be talking about some opportunities towards the end. So definitely stay to the end. You have no idea what value and opportunity is coming for those who are on here today. And this is only for those who are on here today. Okay. So closing the loop. This is the key. You have to understand that people come through a process. They consume your content. They visit your site. They think about, maybe I should work with this company. Maybe I should work with Willie, or maybe I should go with Erica or whoever, right? They consider to go through a different vertical, but that's the opportunity they have. You have to realize that people are looking for they're making buying decisions online as well. Okay. So especially right now. Okay. So let's look at the tofu, mofu, bofu. Okay. Tofu stands for top of the funnel. Mofu stands for middle of the funnel. So this is where you might share something low barrier, a guide, a white paper, a how-to, a strategy session. Middle of the funnel is where there's a moderate barrier to consumption. Maybe it's a longer video, maybe it's an ebook, maybe a subscription. And then the bottom of the funnel is a high barrier. This is where the sales are done. Sales are done at the bottom of the funnel. Okay, so I just gave you some examples here, right? Blogs, social media, infographics, photos, digital magazines. These are all examples of top of the funnel content. Starbucks is an example, right? Is sharing, sharing how they what's the difference between cold brew versus iced coffee, and how Starbucks is making difference in communities in Africa, right? This is content. They're not trying to sell you right away. They're just telling you, this is the deal. Okay, this is what we're doing. Middle of the funnel is more of where the person is more problem aware. They're aware of your problem, and they're aware of the problem, and they're looking for a solution right now. So case studies, white papers, downloads, discounts. A lot of you in fintech, so maybe there's something to download or some resource. Okay, this is an example of a middle funnel, like a subscription to become a member. This is the bottom of the funnel, where again, this is the pure sales. I'm showing you a demo if I'm a software company. I'm showing you customer stories if I'm growing my business to want to see other people doing what I do. So this is a Lexus bottom of the funnel content, right? You're not coming to this page, right, to create and design your own Lexus unless you're serious about buying a Lexus. So the same thing, your funnel, bottom of the funnel should be for people that are serious. So I broke that down already, so I'm going to skip that. Okay. So if I were to build a business in 2020, these are the three things I would focus on when it comes to digital marketing. So we're going to jump into these. Okay. First one, all businesses must have an email list process. Second survey question. How many of you have an email list process? Type in yes or no into the chat box. If you have an email where you gather emails, you collect emails on a regular basis with your system. Maybe you're using MailChimp. Maybe you're using something like that. Type in yes or no. Again, for those that are new, I'm asking everyone to get involved with the training and participate via the chat box. Okay. No, yes, Kweku. No. Okay, a lot of no's. No, but phone list, yes, Elvis. Okay. Got you. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. So this is the truth. As we go into this new world, and you guys know this world has changed forever. We're not going back to things as normal. This is a new, or I like to say, some people don't like this term, but this is going to be a better normal. We're going to go into a new realm, and those who are not taking it seriously are going to get left behind. And I don't want any one of you to be left behind. Okay, so you have to get an email system, an email process. Okay, so this is the truth. It may not be the truth for Ghana right now, but it's going to be the truth going forward. If you're not building your email list, then you're going to be wasting over 90% of your marketing dollars going to the future. You're going to need to gather emails and phone numbers like never before. You're going to have to gather information from your customers so you can reach them in a way that you can contact them whenever you need to. Okay, that is important. You can't depend on them coming in. You can't depend on them seeing your ad on the street or when they're in the trotro. you know? That's not going to work anymore. You have to now take advantage of the digital aspects. So here's the truth. Here's the 5-step process for building your list. You got to identify your target audience. That's the first thing. You got to, secondly, create irresistible offers, something that people will just love. And they just say, I can't resist that. You have to add strong call to actions. You have to have targeted landing pages, build high converting forms. These are all processes that you must have. So you can use Google, you can use what we call Facebook Insights. There's ways you can see what your audience is into. Okay, or you can survey them and ask them questions. Find out what your audience needs. Then second thing is you want to create irresistible offers. Okay, so I'm gonna also give you guys this as well. Okay, kingdomsocialmedia.com/toolkit. kingdomsocialmedia.com/toolkit. That is a free gift for you. See, already by staying through the middle, you get a gift, and at the end, you'll get a gift too. This is a resource that has over 60 different free tools that you can use for your business. Okay, so I highly recommend you download that, get the advantage of that. Let me put it in the chat box for those who are unable to get that just yet. So let me do that for you. Okay, socialmedia.com/toolkit. Boom. All right. So what I'm doing is two things. One, I'm showing you the way, right? So you get to see what a process is looking like. Two, you're getting the value of this gift. This is a lead magnet, something you give away. So if your business is like, let's see who we have here. If your business is, what do we have? Fintech company, Kwaku. Maybe there's a fintech resource. 10 ways you should be using financial technology and for your customers and clients. Let's say if a lot of you are in fintech. A lot of Brian Bannerman, who's an information security program specialist. Maybe you want to share a resource or a guide on IT security and how you can protect yourself from fraud. Protect yourself from getting taken advantage of online. Okay, so that's something you want to give to your clients. You want to give them something that's free of value. Again, take advantage of that. Okay. The third thing is you want to have clear calls to action. It needs to be clear what you are selling, and when you're selling what you're selling, you need to tell people what you're selling, and you need to tell them how to do it. Free download, guide, buy this, click here. Always when you tell someone what to do, there's more chance they're going to do it than if you don't say anything. You just assume they're going to do it. So being very clear with that. You got to have targeted landing pages. Landing pages are one-page websites. Gone are the days where people are just going to peruse your whole website. Nobody has time to do that. You need to have a very focused result for that person, that visitor. Everybody's running out of time. They don't have time. They're going here to and fro, and they don't have time to look into details. So this is clear. You need to have this clear that speaks to the market. 5, you need to have something that builds high converting forms. In the opportunity that I'm going to be telling you guys about later, I'll tell you about how some of the ways, with the tools that we recommend, we tell all those who we serve what they should use and some cost-effective ways to implement these tools into their businesses. Okay. Number 2, all businesses must have a marketing funnel process. Of marketing funnel. You say, David, what is a sales funnel? What is a marketing funnel? You may be asking me, right? It's a sales funnel is a step-by-step process that allows you to bring your potential customer one step closer to your offer. And you're adding a buying decision through a series of marketing actions like emails, videos, articles, and landing pages that will do the selling for you. So you need to be able to sell your stuff online. And there's usually, as I talked about earlier, top, middle, bottom. Those are all part of the sales funnel process. So it's step by step. It's clear. It has all the details that you need. It has everything that one needs to do to be able to be effective. Now, these are some examples of sales funnels. So if you're buying a ticket online, airline ticket, let me ask this question. After you buy a ticket, what is the next thing that airline company tries to sell you? Somebody type in the chat box. What is the next thing immediately after you've bought a ticket? What do they try to sell you? Hotel. Yes, that's in there. That's a good one. It's actually insurance. So insurance, they try to sell you flight insurance and then hotel and then car, right? What we didn't realize is they just took us through a marketing funnel. That was a sales funnel, right? You buy one thing, you said, okay, you might need this, you might need this, you might need this. Some will say no, some will say yes. Awesome, awesome, Elvis. Glad you downloaded the book. Excellent. You guys will get tremendous value from the book. I guarantee that. Okay. You go to the dental office. Maybe you go to the dentist and say, "Oh, something, free checkup," and then you get your free checkup, and then after that, there's a another service. Oh, you have a cavity, so it's time to pay up, right? You're gonna have to go through that process. GoDaddy. So if you have a website, you have a domain. They sell you the domain name, and a lot of my IT people in here know, right? You get the domain name, and then they say, "Oh, well, you need hosting, right? And then you need a website builder, and then you need this and you need that." So they try to sell you multiple things. Well, how many of you have businesses where your process is selling for you online? Is your business selling this process, that the work that you do online through a strategic process? If the answer is no, you don't have to answer this question. If the answer is no, then you definitely need to be learning more, and that's why you're here. Okay. So what does a business need in a sales funnel? The sales funnel has to be able to nurture leads from leads into customers, and to make sure that you become profitable eventually. It also provides you with the sophisticated sales process you need to convert sophisticated modern customers. So let me take you through one of mine. I'm going to throw you an example. Okay. So you just went through a sales funnel process, whether you saw it or not, but that is a sales funnel process. So they're aware, they become leads, prospects, and then sales. Okay. Now here's mine, an example. So we work with a lot of different speakers and trainers and coaches and consultants. So I'm going to show you one thing, and then I'm going to highlight on a point, and then I'm going to come back to my funnel. Okay. So at the top of the funnel, we're helping speakers, coaches, consultants, people in that space. And they get a free training on how to avoid the 5 barriers that keep most speakers, trainers, coaches, and consultants from doubling their revenue online. Key emphasis on the word online. Okay. So it's a video, it's about a 20-minute video that they get to download. So I'm going to come back to that, but I have to explain something. If you notice on my page, I highlight down here, Hootsuite, Dell, Yahoo, Entrepreneur, Social Media, Business Insider, Social Media Today, Xerox, places that we've been honored and recognized. I also know, if you also noticed in the beginning of the presentation, I shared that as well. I don't share that for my own ego or for my own thing. I know who I am. I'm confident in who I am, right? It's not for me. It's for the market, right? The market needs to trust you. The first thing you need to highlight is trust. You need to build trust. So authority is a big way to build trust. A lot of brands are doing some amazing things, and they don't show, okay, we've served over 100 clients. We've been featured in here. We've been recognized by the president. We've been utilized in Joy FM, and all the different platforms that are available. You have to leverage your authority. Okay. So that's a principle I didn't want to gloss over. Okay. So what is an authority? An authority simply comes from knowing more than your market and being willing to serve them with information to help them. So what does one need to be an authority? So a brand needs to brand themselves as authority. So the first thing you need is an authority website. So I brand myself as an authority, right? It's important, very important, as you build your authorship. And some of you are in roles where you can be an authority within your company, or if you're building a business, you can be an authority with your business. But the key is authority works for either way. If you're inside your company, you can be a thought leader, okay? You can be someone that is a go-to expert on the topic at hand, okay? Fintech, security, agro-business, right? All of that. So here's another example of authority. This is actually my real estate investment, Kwaba Karibu. I'm Ghanaian, my wife is Tanzanian. So that means welcome. Okay. Credibility and press, right? So leveraging press. I share with you about future of Ghana and all that stuff. I share with you about all these different things. You've got to leverage that. If your company has that, okay, Patrick, if you're having trouble, just shoot us an email. Okay. Stay tuned and shoot us an email. we'll provide that for you, and we can make sure you get it. Okay, shoot us your email directly in the direct message. Okay, just send a private message to me, and I'll make sure you get that. Okay. So anybody else having trouble with the download of the book, you can just send me a private message. I'll make sure you get it. Okay. So digital marketing funnel. Let me break that down. Okay. Let me come back to what I was sharing earlier. So step one, they watch the training, right? As I shared with you. Then they book a free breakthrough session, right? They book a free breakthrough session. They schedule. This is all automated. I am not there. This is all happening. So that is the process that they go through to work with us, and that's it. They're now in the system, and then we build up to that. Okay. So this is the third thing. Advertising is not optional. So, okay. How many of you are advertising online right now? Okay. Kindly share the link. George said, okay, let me put it down here. Just a second. I'm re-entering it. Okay. I'm re-entering it for everyone. Okay. All right. So, how many of you are advertising right now on, on online? Type in yes if you are. Type in no if you're not. Type in yes if you are. Type in no if you're not. Okay. Yes. I see some yeses. I see some no's. So for Patrick and for Sophia and for those that are advertising, what are you using? Are you using Facebook ads? Are you using Instagram? And I'm not talking about just posting organically, meaning that you just post, you didn't spend any money. How many of you are advertising, putting dollars into marketing your business online? Maybe you're spending a certain amount per day, or you're spending some money on advertisements. No. Okay. Yes, Erica. Great. No, Michael says. Okay. Well, there's strategy. Let me tell you this about Ghana. I know this firsthand. You do it organically. Okay. Organic is good. You should do organic, but the real where the real fun happens is in the paid advertising, whether Google or Facebook. Let me tell you something. It's a quick story. I came to Ghana 2018 to do a conference. I don't know if anyone was there from this conference. This is I spoke at a women's conference called Global Women X, and at Global Women X, at that conference, we had to fill the room, right? And so one of the things we had to do was we had to promote it, and we were running out of time. So what I did was I ran an ad to Ghana, to people within the Accra region, and the event was at Kempinski, and we ran the ad to those in the 25-mile radius or so, and within about 2 weeks we filled the event. We had the event filled. People paid to come, and we had I want to say maybe 100 plus, maybe even under 200 people come. Let me tell you what we spent. We reached 10,000 people, meaning 10,000 people were interacting with our ad. 10,000, right? If I would 10,000 clicks. We had more than 10,000 interacting. 10,000 clicks. $400 is what we spent. $400 US we spent, and each ticket was 50 Ghana cedis. So you do the math. 50 times, let's just say 75 of those came from the ticket sales from online. 50 times 75. You do the math. Did we make a profit? Did we do better than the money we spent? Yes. But the point is this: if I did that same ad in the U.S. and I wanted to reach 10,000 people and I wanted to get a full room, I'd be spending anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 easily. So Ghana has an opportunity because of the way Facebook's system is. They don't understand that there are people in Ghana and other parts of Africa that actually would like to pay to come to certain things or buy certain products online. They don't understand and recognize that. They think that we're all, for lack of better words, they think that we're not sophisticated. I don't know why they get that philosophy from, but that's what I was just going to say. I wanted to share that story to understand that we have an opportunity. And once this opportunity goes away, they say, "Oh no, there are people in Ghana with money," right? Once they recognize that, it's going to go up. The price of advertising is going to go up. So you have a window right now. I don't know how long that window is, but I guarantee you it's going to close someday. Okay. So the other thing to understand is that Google AdWords is another opportunity. They own 77% of all the web searches in the U.S. And I know it's similar across the globe. Okay, so and then it accounts for about 53% of paid search clicks. So it's a place to be from an advertising standpoint. I'm not going to go into Google advertising because we don't have time for that today. Google ads generated about $35 billion in advertising revenue in the U.S. alone in 2017, over 2017. Okay, this is increased and it's increasing even more so. We're going to talk about Facebook. Okay, I use Facebook. Here's an example. I did a webinar and people missed the webinar, and here's the ad that popped up after they missed the webinar, right? So we leverage Facebook advertising strategically, and you've got to. It's paramount today. So why Facebook ads? I want to break down a few things, okay? So the average cost to reach someone, like 1,000 people, through a newspaper is $32. The average cost to reach somebody through magazine is $20. The average cost to reach radio is $88. Cable TV, $7. Google Ads, $2.75. LinkedIn, 75 cents. And Facebook, 25 cents. That's the equivalent of knocking on someone's door, right? And knocking on the door. Just imagine going down Spintex Road and knocking on 1,000 doors. How long would that take you? A very long time, right? And 1,000 doors is equivalent to what you can reach with 25 cents. I'm not advocating you spend 25 cents. I'm just telling you, we have to recognize the opportunity. That is what the equivalent is. And hey, one door opens. If you get one sale, it's worth it. Okay. Facebook ads have more than 600 targeting options. You can reach all kinds of different people. Before I share that, I want to share something about, let me share this. So the targeting options, right? You can see this here, right? You can reach country, state, city, radius, age, gender, language, men, women, single, relationship, married, the connections, education level, all kinds of things, right? You can reach them in so many ways. Now, the third thing that you got to understand is Facebook rewards you when you put good content in front of your audience. So if the market is liking your content, your ads are going to be cheaper. You're going to be able to be more effective, and you're going to be able to gain value from your market, okay? The other thing that you have to look at is this. There are two systems. Most people are using the wrong system. For those that are using Facebook and advertising, are you using Facebook Ads Manager or are you boosting? Type in the chat box for me. For those that are using Facebook advertising, are you using Facebook Ads Manager or are you boosting posts? Boosting is when you hit the promote button if you're doing that. Type in the chat box. So there's a few advertisers in here. Erica, Patrick, Sophia. Let me know in the chat box what you are doing. Are you using any boosted posts or are you using Facebook Ads Manager? Pop quiz. And that's for anybody that's using any of those platforms. If not, I will move on. Okay. Boosted posts. Okay. Patrick is using boosted posts. Jacob said Facebook Ads Manager. Okay. So I want you to, so not a lot of people know this. There's a delineation. There's a difference. Boosted posts are the, let me just show you the slide. So it makes more sense for everyone. Okay. Let me show you this. Boosted post features allow you to choose a post that you already posted on your timeline. The thing about that is you get to choose a few aspects, but it's not very detailed. The Facebook Ads Manager is actually where you want to spend your time and spend your resources for advertising. Facebook Ads Manager opens up a suite of products and opportunities that you can use within Facebook to market your business. If you're using boosting, you're actually limiting your opportunity. It's not going to reach people as effectively because Facebook knows who's going to buy. Facebook knows who's going to just look. Facebook knows who's just going to click. They know all that information. So boosted posts are significantly more limited than the full Facebook ad system. I'm encouraging everyone to use what we call the Facebook Ads Manager. That's what allows you, and we go deeper in detail. Obviously, within an hour, I can't break down everything in an hour of how to do all of this. That's why we have training available to do that, okay? The other thing you need to have is what we call retargeting. Retargeting must be tied into everything you do. How many of you ever have gone to a website, right? Let's say you're looking at a pair of shoes, and then all of a sudden you go somewhere else, and then you're on Facebook or you're on some other platform, and you see that same shoe or item or whatever you were looking at, and you see that somewhere else online. Type in the chat box, yes, if that has happened to you. Type in the chat box, yes, if that has happened to you. Yes, Michael says. Anybody else experience that? Where you're seeing ads or you're seeing products that you looked at, websites that you hovered over. This process, yes, a few of you have said yes. This process is called retargeting. And so retargeting must be tied into everything you do because the average customer needs multiple touches to be able to make a buying decision, right? So that is very important for us to recognize. And with retargeting, you can be virtually everywhere to your customer. They don't even realize that you're on all these platforms, you're on all these ways, that you're on their favorite websites, you're on everything that they're looking at. So that's done through what we call the Facebook Pixel. That's a whole nother training session in itself. Facebook Pixel is a piece of code that you add to the back of your website, and then it helps to track the conversions from the ad itself. Okay, this is used also to build what we call custom audiences, and it's used to target your website visitors. And it's good to add to your site. If you don't have this already, this is homework. You need to add this to your site ASAP. It's so important. It's going to help you tracking and all of that. Okay, so this is how it works. Somebody goes to the site, they look at your site, they leave your site, then they leave your site, they go to another retargeting ad, and then they click on it like, hey, I saw that earlier. This looks good. I think I want to do that. Okay, so that is an opportunity. Now, obviously, I've shared so much in a short amount of time. Can you believe that? We're already exhausting the time. So I want to let you know, how many of you found this valuable? Type in the chat box, yes, if this is valuable to you. I want you to be honest. No, hey, I didn't gain any value. This was not valuable to me. Be honest. Somewhat, you can type in somewhat. I want to know if this is valuable to you. Type in yes, no, maybe. Okay. So I'm saying yes, it's valuable. Yes. Okay. Great. Awesome. How many of you learned something you didn't know today? Type in yes if you learned something you didn't know today. I'm again looking for feedback. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Great. So I'm encouraging everyone to really take this seriously because we have an opportunity as we're all, I don't care what position, what role you're in any company, you're a marketer, right? We're all marketers, every single one of us. You're all constantly marketing yourself, or you're marketing the business, or you're marketing your role, whatever you're doing, you're marketing, okay? So we have something we are doing, Kingdom Social Media and Innovare are doing. We're conducting digital marketing trainings on everything we cover today for a very special rate. It's going to be published very soon, what the rate is. But here's how you get added to the list. If you'd like to be a part of this list, because we're opening it up to a few businesses initially, and then we're going to roll it out to a whole bunch of businesses. So if you want to get in on the special rate that we have, I want you to type in this. And for those who do this, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get access to the free plan for those who do who go to this site. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the chat box. You know what? Okay. Yeah. Let me do this. Hold on. I'll put it this way so that you can easily get it. Just a second. Okay, that should be it. Okay, let me know if you have any issues getting there. Okay. So kingdomsocialmedia.com/free plan. Okay, if you want, you're also going to get, so what you're going to get right there, I promise you there'll be a special gift for everyone at the end. What you're going to get right there is you're going to get access to a free 10-step guide that we use for all our clients to help them through the process of navigating their social media strategy. So that's one of the first things you want to do when you're building out your social media marketing, right? So you've got to have a plan, right? So literally you're getting access to a free plan. kingdomsocialmedia.com/free plan. Okay, take advantage of that. Okay, that's the first thing. So the person that signs on this gets the free plan. That lets us know that, hey, you want us to send you a message to be added to the list for the training that we're conducting. The trainings are going to be conducted digitally or virtually, right? Just like this, but we're going to go deep dive. We're going to go over the Facebook ad process, how you can set up your ad. We're going to go over how you can reach people on with WhatsApp. We're going to go over how the landing pages I talked about. We're going to go over the tools and systems you should use. We're going to go over how to create a lead magnet. We're going to go over the process of how to retarget your people that are looking at your ad. We're going to go over the difference between the Facebook Ads Manager and the boosting. We're going to go over the process for the sales funnel, the top, middle, and the bottom. We're going to go over so many things. It's so much value. That's why we need more time. I would love to just share all that with you today, but I can't because we need time and everybody needs time. So these are going to be conducted virtually over a few weeks. We're going to have sessions 2 times a week. And we're going to go over this in very deep detail. You're going to leave with the knowledge. I'll tell you this. You're going to leave with enough knowledge to create a digital marketing agency. That's how deep of level we go. We give you so much. We don't hold back. We give you so much information. You're going to be held accountable. You're going to have assignments. You're going to have everything you need to grow and market your business. So how many of you that sounds like, yes, I would like that? Type in yes if that's something that sounds like you, that your organization needs and will find valuable. Just type in that yes in the chat box. Okay, great John, great Sophia, great Jacob. If you haven't already, please go to that link above and put your name on that list so we know, so that you can get access to the deep dive into all the things that we're covering. Okay, excellent. So now I want to take some questions. I'm going to take the last moments to take some questions. Okay, any questions that you have? So we have a few minutes. I want to take some questions. So if you have questions, you can either put in the chat box, or if you want to unmute yourself and ask, feel free. I'm going to drink a little bit of water. No questions? You can ask any question at all. Don't be shy. How can digital marketing be used to reach farmers? Great question, Willie. That's a tough one. Here's the truth. There are a lot of people on these platforms. There are a lot of people on these platforms, on these social media platforms, and you can actually target by roles. So if there are farmers that are on, I'm not saying that there will be a lot, but if there are farmers that are in Ghana that are on Facebook, Facebook will have a way for you to delineate and say, hey, I want to put my ad to the farmers in Ghana or farmers of a certain region. So that's how I would do that. Really great question. Brian says, okay, Sophia, if you did not get the download, please send me send me a personal email, a personal message, and I'll send you that resource. Okay. If you did not get the download, send me a PM on this platform, and I will get that to you. Okay.
Hi, David.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I would want to take the deep dive. I hope the rate is going to be very affordable, so we can afford from our personal pockets.
Absolutely, Jacob. Great question. We and the Innovare team, they can tell you, and I have done due diligence to make this really, really reasonable. We had it at a higher price and we dropped it significantly. And we're trying to get as many people the value as possible. So Jacob, that is definitely something we've talked about and we've made sure is reasonable for people. Okay. And then, yes, you can go to innovarelearning.com/Adesa. And Albert mentioned that the recording will be posted to YouTube on the Innovare Ghana site. Okay. And the download, Sophia, just send me a message through Zoom here, and I'll be able to make sure that you get it. Okay. So any other questions? Did I miss any questions? Let me see if I missed anything earlier. Anybody else that I missed? I'm also interested. Okay, awesome, Jacob. Okay, yes, Sophia, just send me your message. We're not giving the slides, but we are giving away the recording. Okay, we are giving away the recording. Okay, for those that are in our trainings, you get slides. Okay, the online trainings, the multiple week trainings. So Sophia, please send me your email and I'll get that to you. Okay. Any other questions? These are great questions. Great questions. Okay. If not, I want to just recap and give how often will we be doing this? Willie, is it the training that you want to know how often we'll be doing, or the free webinar? Which aspect? Can you let me know what aspect you're referring to? Okay. Just let me know what aspect you're referring to. Okay. Let me just, I'm making sure I get the emails that are coming in that people need. How will we get the video? So that's going to be on training and the free webinar. So the training we're going to be running, ongoing, right? So that's going to be ongoing. The webinars, we'll have to ask Albert and the Innovare team how often we'll be running these. So I think we did the last one a couple months ago. So we will be running them again. Okay. So just want to let you know that. So any other questions? Let me just make sure. I'm making sure that I got anybody that I missed. Okay. All right. Free webinar. Okay. Yes, there will be different webinars every week. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So recap, you must have an email process, create a lead magnet, and capture leads. You must have a marketing funnel to process leads, to put your potential client to buy your products, and you must have a social media advertising process. These are all things you need to have. You can funnel your process using Google Ads or Facebook Ads. I recommend Facebook Ads over Google Ads. I just want to say thank you to the entire Innovare team, to Albert, to Jake for setting this up, to Stella, to CK, the whole team. We appreciate you. I also want to say a shout out to the whole Kingdom social media team and our Ghana team lead, Irabna. So thank you. And thank you to all of you being here to pour into yourself. You took the time to pour into yourself. Reminder to get the free toolkit if you haven't. And a reminder, if you're interested in the training, to go to the link that I shared for the plan. Okay, we look forward to being of service and being of value to you. Thank you again for jumping on. Unless there are any other questions. Okay. Oh, Theophilus, I saw. How will you explain and introduce someone who is now finding his grounds in social media to develop interest in the marketing aspect? Great question, Theophilus. We start with, in all our trainings, we do cover the basics and we build up to intermediate and eventually go to advanced. So we don't leave anybody behind. We start from the beginning because we understand there's a lot of concepts people need to understand. That's why I started very conceptual from the very beginning, and then we got into actual practical stuff. So it's the same flow that we would utilize online. I mean, in the trainings. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Willie. I'm appreciative of you all jumping in. Let's do our part to uh, take our businesses to the next level, right? So, with that further ado, that wraps us up. I will stop sharing the screen. And Albert, any announcements? Or team Innovare, any announcements?
So we'd just like to thank everybody for joining in, and we hope that you enjoyed it and you learned a lot. And like David mentioned, feel free to click on that link, and then register for the training, so we can take all the other details when you join, when you click on that link. And for those who want the video, like I mentioned, it's going to be on our YouTube page, Innovare GH. Innovare GH. You would find, together with this video, other videos that we've done, other webinars. Every week we have a free webinar. You can check out David's first presentation on how to touch your market without touching your market. This is a continuation of that. So it's all basically trying to build on your digital marketing, so how to use social media and other digital platforms. So thank you again, and visit our website, see what we have. Thank you all.
You guys.